Perfect. So, as always, we're going to start with our lovely, I'm just going to move my chair, our lovely marches up and down for me. So, as normal, knees come up, not using those arms. My internet's a bit laggy today, so I apologise if on my videos doing all sorts, but as long as you're marching, that's fine. Perfect, and then turn it into heel pumps for me. So up and down, using those heels, walking through the feet. Very good. Really pushing the toes up. So you're right up onto those toes. Lovely. And then do smaller but quicker pumps for me. So smaller but quicker. So really working the legs. Increase that heart rate. And then we're going to take it into our heel dig. So heel at the front, heel dig. So if I turn to the side.
The sound, like you say, can you increase the sound?
So heel digs.
Yeah.
Try and get it.
I don't know what you're doing.
Lovely. And then we're going to do our single, single, double. So we're going to do single, single, and then two. And single, single, and two. And single, single, and two. Single, single, two. One more.
I don't know what you've done.
Single,
Can you say about increase the sound?
The TV.
Just so that's it. So we're going to do our twist. So hands up to our chest for me, and we're twisting round to the back. Perfect. Lovely. So really looking over that back shoulder, keeping those elbows up for me, really twisting that spine. Try not to let the hips move too much. Is it more concentrating in that torso? Lovely. Few more, and then we're going to go into, I'm just checking. So we're going to go into our hand to knee. So opposite hand, opposite knee. Okay, the higher the knee, the harder it is. Lovely. Perfect. And remember, your harder version is your elbow. So as you bring it down, you're connecting to the outside of the knee. So it's encouraging more of a cross over the body. So that's where your obliques come in, strengthen up. So you can stay here at the harder version, or you can come back and just do your hand to knee. So I'll let you choose. Two more on each leg, and we're going to go into our spotty dog. So I'm going to do it to the side so you can see. Arms come forward, one leg goes back. You bring it in and you change. Okay? So always two arms forward, and then you're just changing the legs over. You can go as fast and as slow as you like. Make it harder, reach that leg further back and have a little sort of a squat in the lunge and then bring it up. So that's your harder version here. I'll show you to the side. So I'm down into that lower lunge to make it harder. Okay? We are going to, we've got an interesting squat combination today, so good luck with that later. You'll all probably laugh when I show you. Okay, one more, and then we're going to have our legs nice and wide for me. Excuse me, and we're going to do side-to-side lunges. So the point here is we're warming up this hamstring. So if you can't feel the stretch, make the legs wider, okay? You're really encouraging that hamstring to warm up this morning. Make sure knees are over our toes, toes are facing forward. Slightly lean forward in the back, so if I come to the side you can see, so I've got a slight lean forward, but the back's nice and straight. Pushing back in those hips. Lots of technique for you today. Perfect, few more, And then we're going to go into lunges. So bring the legs in. Our first exercise then is either walking lunges or static. So if we're walking, find a space towards the back of your room. You're going to come step it forward into a lunge, bring the back leg forward into the lunge. So you're going to walk it forward. When you get to your end, you're then going to go backwards. So the leg goes back, lunge, bring it in. Lunge, bring it in. Lunge, bring it in. If you want to do it static, grab your chair and you can do 5 forwards and then you can change and do 5 backwards. All right, so choose the option. We're going to do 2 locks. Are you ready? I think some of you have started, so you've got extra work. Off you go. So forwards first, and then we're going to go back. Lovely. And back. Very good. Remember, look, don't let that knee drop to the floor. It hovers just above the floor. All right, last time forwards for me. And last time back. I've got Sam eating a pretzel next to me. I know, but I know you're eating it. I want one. And come back into the screen when you've done that one. All right, this is a killer today. Right, we're doing jumping jacks.
You're doing really well.
So you've got option 1 about the jump. You can just use your arms up like this, okay? And then you can get quicker and quicker with it. Option 2, if you're with me, we're jumping. All right, so choose your option. How many did we do last week? I can't remember.
1.
No, we didn't. Right, we're going to do, let's do 20. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, last one. Bring it down. Just march for me, just to get the heart rate down. Right, this is our squats. Okay, so just watch. We're going to do squats of a jump. Now, we'll start as always with our 5 normal squats, going up and down. Then we're going to do a squat jump. So you're going to come down, push, jump down. Okay, I'm praying. I'm going to do it. How's that? So as you go down into your squat, you push through the legs, bringing you jump in, and then you come down into a squat. It is optional. Okay, you do not have to jump. So your harder version, we'll do 5 normal squats. We go down to a squat, we jump, we come back down. If you are not jumping, come up onto a rise, okay, and then you can come back down. Then we're going to do a bit in the routine where we come here. As we jump, we quarter turn, okay? If you're not jumping, you stick with on tiptoes, okay? Always on tiptoes on that rise. So there's your 2 options. You're jumping or you're coming on tiptoes, all right? When we jump quarter turn, you stick facing the screen, okay? All right, you completely choose, all right? It's hard, it'll work the thighs, but just do what you feel comfortable, okay? So, 5 normal squats first. We've got going down and up. That's 1. 2. Push back in those hips. 3.
Jump.
4. Last 1. 5. Now we're going to come up. We're going to come back down. We're going to do our jump. 3, 2, 1. Jump it and down. Very good. Again, jump it and down. 1 more. Jump it and down. We're going to quarter turn. I'm going to my right. It's up to you which way you go. 3, 2, 1. Jump, turn, squat. Very good. Now we're jumping back to the front. Jump, turn, squat. And back the other way. Jump, turn, squat. Very good. And then last one to the front. Jump, turn, and come up. Woo-hoo! Give those legs a shake. Woo! Good one. All right. Wall push. So, this is where you need to grab yourselves a wall or a door. I'm using my fridge. So, technique before we begin. Remember, your arms are at shoulder height. So we're not up here, we're not down here. You're at shoulder height. My feet are further back. Let me just bend the screen so you can see. Where was I here? And I'm slightly up on my toes. Okay, and I come down towards the wall and I push up. My elbows are bending downwards. Okay, not out. We point them down and push. Really, really important with the technique. So we're going to do 10. Are you ready? So hands up onto the fridge or your wall or your door. And we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, oh, come on, 8, 9, last one, 10. Bring it up. Come back into screen for me and just roll these shoulders back. Nice big rolls. It's got warm in here. And then once we've done that, I'll need to roll them forwards. Very good. So the next we're going to do is our toe touches. We normally do this in the warm up, but we're going to do it now. So the difference is still arms out, legs nice and wide. As you come down, you slightly have a lean in that leg and you touch the toe, or the shin, or the thigh, depending on flexibility. Now in the warm-up, we change quite quickly between them. What I want you to do for this one, you come down, hold for 2, and then switch, hold for 2. So you're just having a bit more of a static workout and really think about stretching out these thighs and hamstrings, all right? So arms up, legs nice and wide. If you can't feel the stretch, your legs need to be wider, all right? 3, 2, 1, off you go. So down, hold for 2, and switch. I let you go at your own pace, so you count your seconds yourself. As long as you're holding it, really pushing that leg, knee over toes. Very good. Having a quick look. Perfect. Lovely. And I'm going to do 2 more on each side. And then I want you to quicken the pace. I'm going to do 10 quick. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now slowly come up, nice and slow. Make sure the head's the last thing to come up. Dangling down, upside down. Right. Sprint. Here we go. So we're going to do 30 seconds. Sam, give me my timer. I'm going to do a warm up first though. All right, marching for me. Let's get that heart rate going again. Sam's going to do our time. So I don't have to count. So marches, knees high if you can. Warm up those legs. And take it into a heel pump. So just because we're going to do 30 seconds, if you feel that you can't do 30 seconds, do what you can and then take it back down into a light jog. Okay, so don't stop altogether, but you take it down into a lighter jog for me. And then you can build it up each week. Very good. Lovely, lovely. Now take it into a light jog, so toes just brush off the floor. Hands nice and relaxed. Still pump those arms slightly. Remember the sprint, we're really going to pump them because that's what's going to make them work. So, light brush with the jog. Right, 30 seconds. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, Go. Head down, lock into something, look at something, get those knees working, arms working. I hope Sam's pressed the button.
Halfway.
We're halfway apparently. Keep going, keep going.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And, oh, sorry, I stopped you a second early.
Carry on.
Jog for me. And go back down into a heel pump. Very good. Just slowly bring that heart rate down. And into a march. Awesome. Right, last exercise then. We're going to get a drink. So, we're going to do what's called cross crunches. So, use my chair first. Hopefully you can see. You just lower the screen. So, if you're going to do it on a chair, you're going to have your, you're going to try and get, so that stage 3 is you're going to have your opposite leg up onto the opposite knee. So my ankle is over that knee, all right? If you can't quite get there, either cross it at the knee or cross it at the ankle, okay? So that's the choice there. Now what you're doing, you need to now, sorry, you need to see very properly. What you're going to do, once you're in your position, hands are up by the sides of your head, and you're going to target the opposite elbow to the opposite knee that's up. So I'm going down and I'm coming up, okay? So I'm targeting that. So I'm really working my obliques, circling the core. If you've got your legs crossed, same thing, you're still going down, okay? And if you've got it crossed at the ankle, same thing, going down. So that's it sitting. If you're on the floor, there we go, hello Noodle. The dog's watching intently. So if you're on the floor, you're going to have your leg up, the same thing, up on here, hands to the side, and again, you're targeting opposite elbow to opposite knee, okay? Up you come. You won't be able to probably reach it, but as long as your shoulders are coming off, you're working. All right, so what we're going to do, whatever leg you start with, we'll do 15, and then we'll swap legs and we'll do another 15. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of seconds just to get into place. You're just looking very cute. Right, you're all out of screen. I'm assuming everyone's all right. So, get yourself set up. Choose which leg you're crossing over first. Remember, we'll do the other leg, so don't worry. And 3, 2, 1. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, before we switch, just stretch out for me just to release those muscles. Perfect, nice and tall. Right, swap legs. So the other leg now comes up, and we're targeting that elbow. So again, hands to the head for me. 3, 2, 1. We've got 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, 15. Very good. Right, stretch it out up on the floor, stretch up to the ceiling if you're on a chair, and then slowly come up. Needles get there. Nice and slow for me. Now, this is our little midway point, so just make sure you have a drink before we start it all over again. Chris, you're just on mute, so you might have to unmute yourself on your screen. And Tina, you're also on mute if you want to have a chat. It's up to you. Right, so make sure you get a drink. Okay. Oh, you can't be my timer. Huh? Alright, that's right, I'll use mine. Clock. Timer.
There you go. Unmuted.
You go down.
Right. Everyone all right? Everyone's had a drink?
Yeah.
Drink water.
Yeah.
So, for the second round, remember we do exactly the same, but we have a hold after each exercise. So the only time we're not going to hold, after the jumping jacks, and we're not going to hold after the sprint. Okay, so everything else has a hold. So when you think it's finished, it's not quite. So don't move on to the next thing, basically. I'll tell you what the hold is. It'll be fairly obvious. If we're doing a squat, we're going to hold a squat, basically, which will hurt because we've got the jumping ones again.
Mama, can you put the water back in the fridge?
Do that?
Is the water back in the fridge?
No, it's behind you.
All right, everyone ready? Where's Tina? I haven't seen Tina. There she is. Okay, so perfect. So let's get going again. So this time, right, I'm going to have my timer ready for the sprint. Okay, so just march again for me, just so we can get back up that heart rate, because I don't want it to drop too much. Can't get my screen back right now. There we go. The dog's disappeared. I'm sure he'll join in a minute. So just get marching again for me, just to warm up the heart rate again. Don't want it to drop too much. And then go into a heel pump, but a quick one. So don't push the feet up too high. Just take it into a bit of a quick, nice quick heels. It's a really good one to get that blood pumping at the legs. Perfect. So remember, our first exercise was the lunges. So you can either do this static, so holding onto a chair, or you can do it walking. We'll walk it forward, we'll walk it back, forward and back. All right, so get ready. Of course, when we're done, we've got a hold. So you can imagine what we're going to hold. We are going to hold lunge. So we're going to start forwards, back. Here we go. Off you go. At your own pace for me. Don't rush. Think about those knees going over toes. Don't let the knee drop to the floor though. It just hovers above the floor. My legs are already shaking. We'll have a nice stretch out in the legs today. All right, last time going forwards. Very good. And last time going back for me. Oh, I'm wobbling. Now for the hold, you can choose whether you're putting your leg to the back or putting your leg to the front. We're going to do both legs. So choose a leg, go down into a front or back lunge, and we're holding for 5 seconds. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the leg in, swap over, other leg. Ready, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Shake out those legs. Take it out, shake it out. Right, jumping jack. So remember, you're either doing your arm and leg if you don't want to do that jump, and then you can make this quicker as time goes on, or if you're with me, we're doing that full jump. All right, let's do 20 again. Are you ready? 3, hang on, 3, 2, 1. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, last one. 20. Very good. Just actually, let's march a little bit. I think it's my heart rate other than yours. It needs the rest. Right. Squats again. So remember, we're doing it with the jump. If not jumping, you're going down to tiptoe. So a little bit more of a technique. So remember, if I do it to this side actually, you go down into a squat, you push back on the hips. Use these arms to help. So when I'm jumping, my arms come down. Because I'm here, jump, and it comes back. All right? Jump, and I come back. If you're not jumping, you're up on tiptoes, and you're down. Use the arms. So the sequence is 5 normal squats, 3 jumps, then we jump, turn one way, jump, turn back to the front, jump, turn the other way, and then jump, turn back to the front. Then it's not over, because then we're going to hold for 10 seconds. All right? Easy. Easy, easy, I promise. All ready, so get into your squat position. 5 normal, are you ready? Here we go. We've got 1, and very good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now come up, go down, and we've got 1 jump, and down. Again. Last one. Perfect. Now we're turning. So we've got jump and turn. Very good. Jump to the front. Jump the other way. Very good. Jump to the front. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, up. Wow. Shake out those legs. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, wall time. So just again, run through the technique. So I don't want any of you, I don't think I saw any of you doing it. So when we're going to hold, we're holding when you're down. So that's going to be the hold, okay? So we're not holding when you're here, that's a rest. We're holding when you're active. Please remember in the press up, you're not swinging your hips forward and back. You keep it all in one nice line. It's the shoulders and the arms that are working. Keep that core nice and engaged for me. Don't dip the hips. If I see any dipped hips, I'll tell you. All right, so we've got 20, and then we've got a hold for 10. God, I'm working hard today, sorry. So we've got 3, 2, 1, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, halfway. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Last one, then we hold. So come up, go down, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, come up. Oh. Shoulder rolls for me. Nice big shoulder rolls. My calves actually were cramping.
Oh,
You right, Ken?
I felt that.
This is probably why people don't come on the Tuesday. All right.
Cracked it.
Pardon?
You've cracked it, Hannah.
That's true. Right, let's do. So we're going to do our toe touches again. So we're going to do, make sure the first round, you're going to hold it for a couple of seconds and then switch. Okay, so it's not a quick change planes, it's a nice hold. Then I'll tell us to make it faster and we'll do 10 quicks. We'll do 10 side to side quite quickly. Then our hold, we're going to hold one way for 5 and then we'll switch and hold the other way for 5. Okay, so we're going to have quite a lot of time with our head looking down to the floor. So anytime you feel a little bit, you're going a bit dizzy, you come up nice and slow and you make sure the head's the last thing to come up, all right, because we're hanging upside down. Are you ready? So arms out to the side for me. Make sure you either go to your knee or your toe. Off you go. Switching with that hold, making sure the knee's bent on the toe that you're touching. If you can't feel that stretch, take the legs wider. Very good. And 2 more on each leg for me. And then we'll do the quick. So last one now. We're going to do 10 seconds of quick changes. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Legs in together. Slowly come up. Head's the last thing. Awesome. You're all with me. Right. We've got a sprint. And we're going to do 30 seconds again. So that means after today, you've done a minute's worth of sprinting. So before we start, march again for me. We're going to get that heart rate up a little bit. God, I'm sweating. Okay, marching for me. And then let's take it into the heels again. So don't push it up too high. Keep it nice and small and quick. And I need to grab my timer. It'll make you do too many. Perfect. Then into a light jog for me. And 2 things at once. Perfect. So remember, you don't want to do the full sprint. Do what you can and then come down into a light jog. Just don't stop. Okay? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Sprint, 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 sprint. So focus on something. Use those arms. Make sure you're breathing. Might help. Really quick knees up and down. Quick with the arms. I'm trying to sing them off. We are 10 seconds left. Come on, we've got this. Bit quicker if you can. Use that full power. If you've got any. 3, 2, 1, and jog, jog, jog. Turn the timer off. Jog, jog, jog. Very good. Now heel pump up and down. Nice and slow. Bring that heart rate down a little bit. Perfect. And march. Lovely. So, last exercise. Then we'll have another quick drink. And then we'll do a nice cool down. So, this is the floor one again. So, I'll quickly run through the technique again. And I'll show you what the hold will look like as well. So if you're on the chair, might help if you can see. If you're on the chair, remember your different stages where you're going to have that leg. So if you get it up high, onto stage 3, then do. Remember, hands come to the side of the head, and then we're targeting elbow to the opposite knee and up. Okay, so we're targeting here. So the hold is going to be here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to switch legs, hands come up, and you hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's no different if you're crossing here or if you're crossing down here. It's still the same, okay? So if we're on the floor, pretty much the same thing for you guys. So a little bit how we did the bicycle crunches last week. So if we're on the floor here, your hold's going to be one leg up, hands here. So your hold's going to be right up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll come down, change legs. We'll bring it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's your hold. So we'll do 15 one leg. We'll stretch it out, and then we'll do 15 on the other leg. All right. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to get yourself set up. When I see heads disappear, I know you're ready. Heads are bobbed down. Perfect. So, all right, I'm ready. So choose the leg you're going to start with. Remember, we're going to do it on both sides. Hands come up to the head for me. Palms are facing the ceiling. And we've got 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stretch it out nice and tall. So if you're on the chair, reaching up to the ceiling. If you're on the floor, stretch it out on the floor. And then reset. Use the other leg. So opposite leg for me now. Comes up. Hands by the head again for me. Palms facing out. We've got another 15. And then we have our holds. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. We've got 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now back again, hold for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching legs. Ready and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. One more time. Stretch it out for me. Nice and tall. Stretch out those abs. And then slowly sit back up. Oh. And then grab yourselves a drink quick. And then we'll do our stretching. Nice and slow coming up. We have it on the floor. So grab yourselves a quick drink before we do the stretching. Next week, great floor one, really good one. Just to warn you. All right, are we all back? I think so. So let's do our let's do our stretches. So as always, we're going to start with our legs. So one leg is forward for me, the other leg is back. Back leg stays nice and straight, front leg is bent, and then interlock these fingers, push them away, and then drop the chin to chest to get that sort of stretch in the upper back. So you're curling that top back. A nice body stretch, this one. And then release the hands, changing legs for me. So again, keep the back leg straight, front leg bent. This time, hands go behind, and I'm just squeeze the shoulder blade and lift up the chest. So slightly look up for me. Really opening up the sternum. Very good. And then release the hands. Change legs again. Heel goes down this time. And we're bending the other leg. So you're bending the supporting leg. Hands on the thigh. Now, to get more of a stretch in the leg, if you've got your balance, hand goes down onto the thigh. And then coming up and change the legs for me. So the other leg, heel goes down, bend the other leg, hands go onto the thigh. Oh, I'm wobbling. And then if you've got your balance, and more of a bigger stretch, go down to the side. There you go.
Yeah, you break two.
Perfect. And then coming up for me, nice and slow. Lovely. Now, what I want you to do is have the legs nice and just sort of hip width apart, and we're going to go down. I want you to try and touch the floor if you can. If not, we're just stretching out the legs and stretching out the back. So bend the knees slightly, so don't make them lock. Drop the head, and you've got to stretch the back of the legs. And then slowly uncurl through the spine. Head's the last thing. Perfect. Now, our arms. So, one arm across the body for me, and I want you to pull it in. Nice. And then we're going to change. Other arm, pull it into the body. Lovely. Perfect. And then we're going to do one up onto that shoulder, and then put the arm onto the elbow and pull it back. Brilliant. And then the other way for me. So up onto the shoulder, hand onto the elbow, and pull it back as far as you can. You'll feel the stretch down here. So as long as you're feeling that stretch, you're working. Brilliant. And then torso twist. Wrapping arms around as we did at the beginning and looking over the shoulder, making sure the hips stay forward for me, so don't twist. That's not going to help. Perfect. And then the other side. So again, arms wrap around the body, head goes over the back, so we're looking at the back shoulder. Perfect. And then come to the front. Right, grab your chair. Have a seat. We're going to do some stretches on that chair. Okay, so normal. There we go. So going back to our leg positions that we've done before. So remember, either up onto the knee, crossing over at the ankle, or crossing up. So depending on which one you want to go for. Now, what I want you to do is going to reach up one way, so I'm using my opposite arm to opposite leg. So if my right leg is up, so I'm using my left arm is up, and if I get comfy, we're going to lean across. So having my hand underneath the chair for support, and I'm leaning over. I'm just going to reach the screen up so you can see. So I'm up here, and I'm leaning over, so I can feel that stretch go into the back. So really stretching out those obliques that we've used. If you want to hook over the other leg, that's fine. That can also help with balance. It's completely up to you where you have that arm. And then back up to centre and then the other way. So change legs. Perfect. And go the other way for me. Really reach. Lovely. Perfect. And then coming up. Perfect. Now keep the leg where it is, and I want you to flop forward. So flopping over that leg, really feeling that stretch in the hip and down into the glute. And then change legs for me. Other leg. Up. And again, flopping forward. You're being really noisy. And up you go. Perfect. Let's just do our heads. We're going to look one side And we're going to come to centre and then look the other side. And then centre, looking the other way. And centre, going back. Now this time come to centre and drop the chin to the chest. And then centre and look up. Perfect. Again, centre and down. Centre and up. We're going to do it one more time. Centre and down. Centre and up. And then we're going to come to centre and we're going to drop that ear to the shoulder. And then come to centre and go the other way. And then one more each side, so centre, and then drop. And then the other side, centre, and drop. And then we just do 2 big head circles all the way around. And then once you've done the 2, you do the chains and do another 2, going the other way. Take your time. Don't go dizzy. And when you're done, just looking back to centre. And we'll finish with our hands. So hand forward for me, pressing down on those fingers. So really stretch out the fingers, stretch out the wrists. And then change, and we'll do it again, one more each side. Perfect. The other side. And then one more the other way. Lovely. Just give it all a bit of a flick, give it all a bit of a shake. You are done for a Tuesday. So well done. It was a hard one. Those squat jumps are fun. I like them. So Friday is, I think it's line dancing. If not, I will see you on Tuesday. All right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Have a lovely week, everybody. I'll either see
Thanks very much.
you on Friday. If not, I'll see you on Tuesday.
Thanks, Hannah.
See you
Bye.
later.
Thanks very much.